The signing of a memorandum of cooperation between the Ukrainian and European parliaments is another step towards joining the EU. Among other things, the document envisages the establishment of a representative office of the European Parliament in Kyiv.
Our task is to do everything to ensure that today the Ukrainian parliament, in terms of infrastructure and export assistance, starts to approach the standards required by the European Union. In addition, I would like to thank the presidents and representatives of European parties represented in the European Parliament for their united support for Ukraine. I really felt it today.
The EU has said that it is ready to provide Ukraine with diplomatic, financial and military support as long as necessary.
First of all, we need to continue to provide support to Ukraine, military support, in particular through the European Peace Facility, as well as from member states bilaterally. Secondly, our position is clear. We must agree on a new 50 billion Ukraine facility as soon as possible. This is why the European Parliament anticipated this decision by already adopting our position in October, which was overwhelmingly adopted positively.
Ukraine may move from candidate status to negotiations on EU membership as early as mid-December 2023. This will be one of the key topics of the EU summit. The Union leadership is holding consultations with member states that opposed such a decision. For this reason, European Council President Charles Michel met with Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban. Following the talks, Orban wrote on his social media page that the meeting was useful, without specifying any details.
Hungary's special position depends on several factors, and the fate of Hungarian-speaking Ukrainians is not the main factor. It is rather an excuse to block Ukraine's movement towards European integration. The main factor is perhaps the relationship between Viktor Orban's party, his government and Brussels. Hungary is already owed 22 billion euros from the European Budget Cohesion Fund, and it is not given because the state does not conform to the European understanding of human rights and freedoms.
Kyiv continues to carry out necessary reforms. The EU has said that Ukraine fulfilled 90% of the conditions for the official start of accession talks with the EU. The biggest changes, according to Brussels, are in the fight against corruption and the influence of oligarchs.
I think that Ukrainians are fed up with old Ukraine and they want a new system. They will want to see institutions well function in prosecuting and investigating cases of organized crime, corruption at all levels, not only the big fish but also lower levels. Good laws, strong institutions and the right people doing the jobs are needed. I have a very strong feeling that now it's in place. Vera Jourova, Vice President of the European Commission, from the publication in Voice in America.
The EU continues to support the Ukrainian army. Brussels has allocated an additional 194 million euros for the training of Ukrainian armed forces. It is carried out within the framework of the EU military aid mission in support of Ukraine. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Larisa Zubenko, UATV News.